Namaste yogis, my name is Eleni Ramphos. Welcome to your practice. Let's just get started in our cat-cow. So I want you to really focus on finding your foundation. So you'll need 2 blocks for your practice, you won't need them right away. And just find your tabletop position. So hands are shoulder distance apart, knees are hip distance apart. Press evenly through all the knuckles, fan your fingers out. And then make sure your elbows stay over your wrists and that your knees are right under your hips. So for many of us, we like to lean it forward so you can keep it back. Press the backs of your flippers evenly so that you feel the back pinky toe side press just as much as the root of the big toe. And then inhale when you're ready, smile your chest open for your cow. Exhaling, round, feel the shoulder blades widen, take your cat. Good, beginning to notice your breath. Inhaling, allow your breath to move just like the flow of a wave. And exhaling, round. When you're ready, find neutral spine, neither arching nor rounding. Walk the heels of your hands forward. We'll come into our downward facing dog or Adho Mukha Svanasana, grounding those knuckles evenly. Start to wrap your outer arms back, feeling into that external rotation. And then imagine like someone's got their hands on your forearms. See if you could push your forearms forward. Good, even ground in the fingers, curl the toes under, draw the hips up and back for downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. And see where you need to adjust, so maybe walking the heels further back, maybe widening the feet, widening the arms, you're in charge, so see what feels good in your body. Recommit to that external rotation in the arms, and then feel the roots of the back thighs pressing, the roots of the upper thighs pressing back. And see how that allows you to develop some length in the torso. Good, and notice for many of us that we like to sag down in our sternum and our chest and take a huge back bend here. So see if you can lift your heart up, press your back ribs like you could push them up into someone's hand. Good, take one more breath here. And then when you're ready, inhaling, right heel picks up. Keep the hips squared best you can. And exhaling, pop that foot between the hands and find a low lunge. On your next breath in, slowly start to make your way up to crescent. And then notice how that back heel really wants to sway back. See if you could lean forward and think plank pose. So keep the heel over the ball of the back foot. Melt down from the root of your front leg, thigh, so pressing that root down, wrapping the hip in towards the midline. Good, and from that stability, that groundedness in the legs, feel your spine growing out like your pelvis was a pot and your spine is the plant moving out. So big breath in, reach up, notice all the space you've got here. And exhaling, release the hands to frame the front foot. Plant and make your way to plank pose. And just pause for a moment here, reach for your 2 blocks. We'll set up our chaturanga in kind of a fun way. So we'll use the blocks to get our alignment nice, all right? So we're not looking for perfection, but we are looking for a way to get into our bodies and feel really safe within our joints. So, hands nice and wide. Take plank pose. Remember, elbows stay over wrists. Right, and start to turn the belly on. Press those back ribs up, but keep the collarbones nice and wide. Inhale when you're ready. We're going to shift forward. Keep your elbows over your wrists, and then bring your shoulders to a right angle and let them tap the blocks. Good, big breath in here. And then drop to the knees. Push back up. And move the blocks out of the way. And we're going to do exactly the same thing, but we're going to flow through it. So curl the toes under, smile the chest open. Remember, elbows stay over wrists. Inhaling, look forward. Bring those shoulders right angle, hug the elbows in. Welcome yourself onto your belly. Good, inhaling. Feel those back ribs lift up and away from the lower back, and smile your chest open for the teeny tiny cobra. Exhaling, lower it back down. Curl the toes under, push yourself up through plank and downward facing dog. Inhaling, left leg lifts. Exhaling, pop the foot between the hands, find your crescent lunge. So set up, feel all four corners of your front foot pressing down. Find that stability in the back foot. Inhaling your way up. Lift those frontal hip points up, lengthen your tailbone long, and that might light up the back leg. So if it feels good to you to keep a slight bend in that back knee, taking that. From here, we'll root to rise. So feel into your foundation as you begin to extend up through the spine, reaching your arms up. And get a big breath in right between your shoulder blades. Inhaling. And exhaling, release. Good, take your downward facing dog when you're ready. Inhaling, reach the heel up. Keep the hips nice and squared. Exhaling, pop that foot between the hands. Inhaling, make your way up to your crescent. Big breath in. On your next breath, you'll start to lean and hinge forward so that you can hover your belly over that front thigh. Wrap your right hip in toward the midline. Belly turned on. Inhaling, start to lift yourself up to warrior three. Keep those back ribs pressing up. Keep the front hip wrapping in. When you're ready, we'll go back to crescent. So send that back heel back. Reach it up. Exhaling, release the hands. Take your flow or meet us in downward dog. Inhaling, left heel sweeps up. Exhaling, pop the foot between the hands, open up. Find your crescent pose. Big breath in, reach up. And then leaning forward to hover and pause. Feel those back ribs press up. Feel that tailbone lengthening long. Inner back thigh rolls up. Big breath in. And find warrior three. Keeping it nice and controlled best you can. Send the root of your grounded thigh back as you move your front calf forward. Coming into our crescent once again. Keeping hips neutral. Send the foot back. Reach yourself up. Big breath in. And exhaling, plant the hands. Take your flow or meet in down dog. Good, we'll add on here. Let's flow. Inhaling, right heel lifts. Keep those hips nice and square. Exhaling, knee to nose, pop it through, crescent. Inhaling, lift your way up. Exhaling, float over that front thigh, hug the hip in. Inhaling, we'll go for our warrior three. Send the lifted leg up. Keep the root of the right thigh moving back. Square the hips. Good. When you're ready, this time swing the leg through Tadasana. And then extend your left leg out in front of you. One breath here. Feel the groundedness of your foundation. Feel the back ribs lifting up as you roll your shoulders back and get more space for breath. Exhale when you're ready. Release back to Tadasana. Final push, big breath in, lift up. Exhaling, hinge it and fold. Inhaling, halfway. Exhaling, plank to chaturanga or down dog. Hips nice and squared. Inhaling, left heel rises. Exhaling, pop the foot between the hands. Find your crescent. Inhaling, strong in the belly. Lift yourself up. Exhaling, leaning the weight forward. When you're ready, go for that warrior three. Lifting up, grounding through all four corners of the rooted leg. Pressing the lifted thigh like you could push it up into someone's hand. Good, belly's turned on here. Inhaling, swing the foot through. Continue to lift it up. See if you can keep the hips squared. See if you can press the grounded ankle out. Outer shin hugs in. Big breath, get lots of space here. Feel that breath moving in the wave-like motion. And exhaling, release. And find your Tadasana. Great work today, yogis. I'm honored to share my practice with you. Om Shanti. Namaste.